Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, or if you've been here before, welcome back. If you've ever opened up Microsoft Excel and felt a little overwhelmed, you're definitely not alone. A lot of people use Excel every day for work, school, budgeting, and business, but may never have learned the simple tools that make Excel incredibly powerful. And the truth is, once you understand formulas, Excel stops being confusing and starts doing the work for you. In today's video, we're going to walk through a complete beginner's introduction to Excel formulas. I'll show you how the formulas actually work, how to perform basic math calculations, how to automatically total numbers using AutoSum, how to use essential functions like average, count, min, and max. We'll also look at formula bar and the FX button, and later in the video I'll introduce logical formulas like if and SUMIF so you can start analyzing the data in a professional way. The goal of this video is simple. By the end, you should feel confident creating and using formulas on your own, even if you're completely new to Excel. If you're learning Excel for work, trying to improve your skills, or become more efficient with spreadsheets, you're in the right place. So let's get started working with formulas. Before we open Excel, let's talk about one of the most important concepts you'll learn. What exactly is a formula? A formula is simply an instruction you give Excel to perform a calculation for you. Instead of doing math yourself, Excel handles the calculation automatically. And even better, whenever your numbers change, Excel updates your answer instantly. So instead of recalculating things again and again, you build the formula once, and Excel does the work from that point forward. And there's one simple rule you'll always remember when working with a formula. Every formula in Excel starts with an equal sign. So let me show you what this looks like in Excel. All right, now we're inside Excel. Remember, every formula in Excel starts with an equal sign. Let's see how that'll work. I'm going to click into the cell right here, and I'm going to tell Excel that I want to create a formula. I simply type the equal sign, and after the equal sign we can enter our calculation. For example, I'm going to do 2 plus 2 and hit enter, and Excel immediately calculates our results and displays the answer in the cell. But there's something important to notice. Even though the cell shows the answer, the actual formula still exists behind the scenes. If you click back in the cell and look at the formula bar at the top, you can see the formula we typed. So if I click here, my answer is 4, but in the formula bar we can still see equals 2 plus 2. This is how Excel separates calculations from results. Let's do another example. We go pick a different cell, and we can do subtraction. So equals 10 minus 4. And when I hit enter, it calculates the answer instantly. We can also multiply. So we're going to equal and 5. We use the star, and again, I got my results. And now we can also divide. So equals, and then I'm going to do 20 slash 4, and I get my results. You can use the equal sign with adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing, just like you do with a calculator, but it's just more powerful. And this is the foundation for every formula that's created in Excel. But typing individual calculations isn't how Excel is used in the real world. Most of the time, we don't calculate with numbers, we calculate using cell references. Instead of typing values manually, we reference the cells that already contain the data. This allows Excel to automatically update results whenever the data changes. And once we start working with cell references, Excel can do something even more powerful. It can total an entire column for us automatically. So let's look at one of the most useful tools in Excel, the AutoSum. All right, Now let's look at a faster way to calculate totals using Excel. On my desktop, I have a sample sales spreadsheet open. You can see I have columns like units sold, unit price, and a column for total sales that's currently empty. Instead of typing long formulas manually every time, Excel gives us a shortcut called AutoSum. But before using AutoSum, let's think about what we want Excel to do. Say we want to know the grand total of total sales. Let's start by using a formula to calculate the total sales. Total sales should be units sold multiplied by unit price. I'll click in the first cell under total sales, and instead of typing number, I'll click on the units sold cell reference, and then the asterisk for multiplication, and click on the unit price. So we're going to click on that instead of 2 and times that one, and when we hit enter, Excel calculates our total. This is where Excel becomes powerful. We don't need to rewrite this formula for every row. We can grab the fill handle in the corner and drag it down, and Excel will automatically update all cell calculations using the cell reference. So we click on the cell, go to the autofill, now that we have totals calculated for each row, we can calculate the grand total for all sales. Instead of writing another formula manually, we can use one of Excel's most popular tools, AutoSum. So let's look at how AutoSum works. Now that Excel has calculated our totals for each row, we want to know the grand total of all sales. Instead of adding every number manually, Excel gives us a built-in shortcut called AutoSum. I'm going to click in the empty cell directly below the total sales column. And we want to make sure we're on the Home tab. And we're going to click the AutoSum button. The AutoSum button looks like the Greek letter E or sigma, which is the mathematical symbol for summation. So when we click on it, AutoSum automatically looks at the selected cell and finds the numbers and suggests a formula for me. Notice Excel highlights the range it plans to add. Most of the time, Excel guesses correctly. So now all we do is we hit enter, and instantly Excel calculates our grand total. But behind the scenes, Excel created a formula for us. It uses the sum function, which adds a range of cells automatically. So AutoSum is really just a faster way of writing a formula. You can use AutoSum for both columns or rows or almost any group of numbers in your spreadsheet. Now that you know how to calculate totals automatically, let's take this one step further and learn how Excel can calculate things like averages, counts, and more with just a few clicks. Now that we've learned how to quickly calculate totals using AutoSum, let's look at a few other calculations Excel can do automatically. Because most of the time we just don't want totals, we want other insights like how many entries do we have? What's the average value? What's the highest number or the lowest number? Excel can calculate these instantly. Let's start with how many records are in a column. We're going to click in the empty cell below total units, and then we'll go to the AutoSum, and there's a little drop down next to it, and we can choose count. Excel automatically selects the range like it did for AutoSum, and we're going to put the enter key and find that we have 200 records for this. So count answers one simple question: how many numbers are there? If you're trying to count text or dates, there's a different function called count A that could be used. So let's look at something else. We want to know the average. Say we want to know the average price. Let's come here and click in our empty cell below unit price, and we'll go back to our AutoSum and our drop down, and we'll choose average. Again, it is selecting the range it thinks we want, and we hit enter, and we can see the average price, average unit price of something. Maybe we want to know what's the highest units sold. So we'll come over here. I'm going to get rid of our count, and we're going to go back to our auto sum and choose our down arrow, and we're going to choose max. Again, it selects our range, hit enter, and so our maximum units sold is 15. Maybe we want to know what's the fewest number of units sold. Clear that value, come over here to our auto sum and our drop down, and we choose minimum, and we click enter, and voila, we see our lowest number of units sold. In this case is 1. Something to notice here is we didn't have to type complicated formulas. Excel created them for us automatically. These are called functions. They're pre-built formulas designed to save us time. Now that we've learned how to summarize our data with totals, averages, counts, highs, and lows, let's slow down a moment and look at where formulas actually live in Excel, because understanding this makes everything else easier. At the top of Excel, you'll see an area called the formula bar. Whenever I click on a cell that contains a formula, the formula bar shows the actual formula being used, even though the worksheet displays the results. The formula bar reveals the instructions behind it. Think of it like this: the cell shows the answer, the formula bar shows the math. This is extremely helpful when you need to edit or troubleshoot your formulas later. Right next to the formula bar is a FX button. This stands for Insert Function. Instead of memorizing formulas, Excel can actually help you build them. When I click on it, Excel opens up a list of functions organized by category. You can search for what you want to calculate and select the function. Excel walks you step by step through building the formula. So if you ever forget how a formula works, don't worry, Excel has built-in guidance. So far our formulas have been focused on calculations, adding numbers, finding averages, counting, but Excel becomes truly powerful when it can make decisions. And that brings us to the most important formulas you can learn, the if function. All right, now let's use the if function with a real example from our practice spreadsheet. In the spreadsheet, we have a total sales column. Instead of looking at numbers, we're going to have Excel automatically tell us which sales performed well. We want to identify any total sales over $1,200. So the question we're going to be asking Excel is, if total sales is greater than 1,200, label it high sales. If not, label it standard sales. This is exactly what the if function is designed to do. I'm going to click in the cell next to total sales, and I'm going to give it a new name. So let's call this sales status. And then we're going to need to start our formula. And remember, all formulas start with an equal, and we're going to type if, and then we're going to do an open bracket. And then, it tells us our conditions we need, and our first condition is our logical test. So we're going to click on the cell that we're going to look at and want to know if it's greater than 1,200. The comma will put us to our next condition. So if it's true, we want it to say high sales. End quote. And then again, we hit the comma to go on to our next condition. If that's not true, we want it to say standard sales. And then we're going to hit the quote, we're going to end bracket, we'll click enter, and we get our results. Now, instead of analyzing the numbers manually, Excel tells us which sales meets our target. And there's we can use the fill handle and drag it down, and Excel will automatically evaluate every row in seconds in our spreadsheet. And So this is how business quickly identify top performers, high revenue sales, or entries needing attention, all with a single formula. Now that Excel can identify high sales, what if we wanted to calculate the total revenue generated only by those high sales? Instead of labeling rows, we can total data based on a condition. That's what our next formula comes in, is SUMIF. What if we wanted to calculate the total revenue generated only for those high sales? This is exactly what the SUMIF function does. SUMIF adds numbers only when a specific condition is met. So instead of totaling everything, Excel only totals the data we care about. I've created a label called total high sales, and next to that we want to know what our total of our high sales are. Again, we're going to start a formula with an equals, and then we're going to type sum if and an open bracket, and then we can see our criteria. First, it wants to know the range, what to look at. So we're going to click on J to select the range. Then we're going to hit a comma. We move on to our next criteria, and it wants to know what is it going to look for. In this case, we're looking for high sales, end quote, and then comma. And then it wants to know what to add up. And we want to click on I, which is our total sales. And we're going to do a close bracket, and then we're going to hit the enter key, and instantly Excel only totals the sales that meet our condition. We didn't have to filter, we didn't have to sort, we didn't have to do any manual adding of anything. Excel analyzed our entire data set automatically. This is incredibly useful for things like total sales by a category, department spending, commissions earned, or performance reporting. SUMIF is one of the most commonly used formulas in real business spreadsheets. And with SUMIF, you now understand how Excel can calculate data, analyze results, and then make decisions automatically. You have officially moved beyond the basic spreadsheet use into real Excel productivity. Let's quickly recap what we learned in this video. Today we covered the foundations of Excel formulas. We learned how formulas work and why every formula starts with an equal sign. We practiced basic math calculations, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. We learned to use the AutoSum to total data instantly, and how the functions like average, count, min, and max help summarize information quickly. We explored the formula bar and the FX button so you know where formulas live and how to edit them. We moved into logical formulas using if to make decisions, and finished with the SUMIF, allowing Excel to calculate totals based on a condition. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll be creating more beginner-friendly Excel tutorials designed to help you work faster and smarter. In the next video, we'll build on what we learned today and start working with even more powerful Excel tools. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.